Hi, parents. I wanted to take a real quick 3 to 5 minutes to give you a rundown of remote learning in my math class coming up, so there's no misunderstandings. Like usual, if your child is in my homeroom, some are in Mrs. Russell, some are in mine. 8:30 is check-in time. 8:45 is official uh, attendance. We start taking attendance. So I turn it on at 8:30 so students can hear me say, make sure you've eaten, you've got all your stuff, you're ready to go for the day. 8:45 we start homeroom and check-in. I'll address homeroom a little bit later. As far as math goes, I've told your children each day we will start together, cameras on, in a Google Meet together. I will explain what's happening that day. If there's a short lesson I need to teach, I will do that. 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes max, because I'll lose them anyway online as far as just paying attention. But what I have done is I have created videos. It's myself teaching, so that with the 3 core things that we do in here, the first one are videos of our book. So I take the lesson, I do the lesson, and record myself doing it. Your child can watch that video while they're doing it. They will be required to do that. They can slow the video down, speed it up, stop, rewatch it as many times as they want. So there's 3 sections in our book that they'll do that with. There's the lesson part. Then there's what's called share and show, which is semi-independent. However, they'll have my video of me doing it. So they will go through and work through those. It's called share and show. While I'm doing it, they can do it right along with me. That way they can slow the video down, start it, stop it as much as needed. And then there's a homework section in there where they'll work through it on a video. So I have 3 videos, one for the lesson, one for the share and show, and one for the homework that the student can watch. So that's our book portion. The other thing they'll have to do each day, some days I'll push out new problems on Get More Math, and I never like to do that without first showing them. So it might be in this packet I send home. I'll pick that type of problem, and then I'll push it out and Get More Math, but I will demonstrate it in a video how to do those problems, because sometimes it's tricky about what you have to include in the answer and things like that. The third aspect is every day they will have a daily Get More Math goal that they have to do. That is our math program. 2 things about that. They'll always have like 10 problems to do of a new problem set most days. Any days and every day they'll have to do a number of mixed review, and I'll set a daily goal, maybe 20, 25 problems. That mixed review is very important. That is what will help them remember what we have done up until this point and what we'll be doing the next 2 weeks. So I can monitor that online. So how will it work once we break out, I teach the lesson for the day or talk about what's going on for the day, and they're watching videos, I will still be online in a Google Meet. They will be there. They might turn off their camera or leave the Meet, but if they're ever stuck, I can monitor what they're doing on Get More Math in live time. I can message them and say, hey, so-and-so, why don't you come back to the Meet and let me help you with this problem because you've been on it for 4 minutes. So that's how I'll monitor that. My Google Meet will be on. As kids have questions, as students have questions, they can pop back in and ask me. I will not leave the Meet. It will be open the entire time of class. Now, as far as homeroom, I said I'd address that a little bit. The way we're going to use homeroom is if students are not getting their work done in that independent time, the next morning during homeroom, they will have to have a breakout session with me in a Google Meet separate and get that work finished or get help, whatever they're not doing. They have to remember when they're in that Google Meet during the math class, they can't do something. They have to pop back in and ask me, hey, Mr. Baker, I'm stuck, so I can help them. So I'm trying to do everything I can to help them stay up to speed and get a little independence and make life easier on everybody involved. I really wish they were here. I was really liking to get to know your children, and things were going really well. And when we come back on December 14th and 15th, I told them I'm going to hold you accountable for what we have done up until this point and what we are going to do over the next 2 weeks by giving them the exams on Get More Math and things like that. So they should continue to not use the calculator when they're not supposed to, and to use the calculator when they're supposed to. They know those rules. I make them very clear when they can and when they can't. But to also just stay engaged and keep up with the mixed review on Get More Math. That is the biggest thing. I will notice a difference when they come back. In the meantime, I wish you the best. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. And next week, that all things go smooth for you at home. If you have any questions, please email me at dbaker@.org, and I will do anything I can to help. Thank you. And again, have a great Thanksgiving.